search and guess it's RLF.
I bet you come in guys' butts all the time.
And that's what we open the show with.
I didn't realize you hit record.
Right as you started like to speak, the light was like on. It was perfect timing.
Oh man!
Thank God we have that soundbite.
Oh, that's excellent. I'm really glad that the universe has that. Well, Matt, it's probably true for you.
Nope. False.
Sure.
Straight man. Actually, I don't know what I am. Can you be straight if, like, I'm attracted to women?
Okay. Yeah, I mean...
I don't do anything with them.
Oh.
So, like, are you... It's kind of like Schrodinger's sex. Are you ever really straight if you never get a chance to prove it?
Oh, my God. That's so fucking funny. Holy shit, could you imagine? You're like, because it's been a few years. Well, let's not be gauche and say any numbers, but...
Sure. Gentlemen, it's impolite to kiss and tell.
Yeah. So, could you imagine that the next time you find yourself with a partner, and you just come to realize, like,
this isn't nearly as exciting as it is in the videos.
Oh, well, no. That's got to be a real problem. I wonder if that's like a real thing for people who have a hard time having sex in real life because they think it's going to be like porn.
Oh, no.
That
I know for a fact that my sex will be nothing like porn.
No, of course. No, almost no one's sex is like porn.
Right.
Like, we don't work hard enough on our bodies and, like, we don't eat the right foods and stuff.
You know, sex like porn stars?
Porn stars.
That's
about it.
They get paid to do it.
And athletes.
Maybe.
I got to imagine most athletes can probably
Maybe.
distribute the D pretty well.
You don't know how strong Tiger Woods' dick game is.
It's strong enough to get him on the news for all of 2009 through 2012.
Quantity does not equal quality, my friend.
I guess. Yeah, I guess. Anyway, we digress.
You can distribute some free literature. That doesn't mean it's good literature.
I still think that it would be a pretty fascinating moment for you to realize, like, oh, I guess that's not for me. But you aren't a virgin.
No.
It's not polite to kiss and tell.
It's impolite to kiss and tell.
It is impolite. So, especially someone else's business.
Right.
So I apologize. But
no. The world knows. I didn't wait until after marriage.
You and most others.
No, but it's been a minute.
Yeah, but it has also been a minute as well. So you are, when you've been sexually active, it's been with ladies. So you never experimented, mate. All that time you spent with Zych, and you guys it was wasted.
No,
maybe.
It was wasted. Don't get me wrong. We had a great friendship, but all of that time I will not get back.
Yeah, but it's also great time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
No. First off, I realize what you're insinuating.
Uh-huh.
And no.
Maybe it's just how
I don't swing that way. I'm still batting 1,000 on the straight scale.
Okay,
and I'm assuming that's gonna continue.
So you were saying that since you are not sexually active, that you're more asexual than
essentially
hetero. Wait, what would it be? Yeah, heterosexual, right? I don't even fucking know anymore. Oh my god, I just forgot what it would be.
Don't go down that rabbit hole, dude.
It's like what is? That's probably like a hate term now. I don't know. Heterosexual.
Heterosexual? I don't know. It's definitely a slur.
No, is it?
No.
I know because I think the proper term is like you're like a cis male, which means I don't know. I'm not gonna try.
I've heard the term cis male. I'm not going to step into that realm and give my opinion on it one way or another.
Well, this is pretty.
Consider me Switzerland, motherfucker.
really getting into it. So, my name is Nikolai, and
nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well, Matt.
And we are missing our third chair tonight.
Our third chair, our most important chair, and arguably the reason why you're all here, chair.
Yep, you can turn off the show now.
You've made it through the cold open. It's not getting better. And Al isn't here this week.
Yes. Curly is gone.
He's on assignment. Curly.
Yeah, we're Mo and Larry.
Oh. Was Curly the most popular?
I have no idea. But
did Curly have a huge YouTube following?
Was Curly the reason everyone went to see Mo and Larry?
I don't know. Or was it just the Three Stooges name? Oh, you gotta hit the light.
Oh shit.
Bing. There you go. Now we're recording.
Now it feels real.
Yeah. Well, thank you for listening to another episode of RLF. I believe this is 299.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So we're getting really close. I'm excited for 300. I'm pretty sure we talked about it 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
That we're going to be doing a live stream for episode 300, and hopefully it'll have a special intro. We'll see what happens. And if it doesn't, I hope you enjoy the live stream. I'm really looking forward to it. It's something that we probably should have been doing for a really long time. And I think it's going to be fun. Get some instant live interaction with the RLFers. And it's really fucking blowing my mind that we're going to have 300 episodes.
I know. That's the better part of 6 years.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're into 7 years now at this point. I think. No, we're not. 6. It's 6. It's 2012. We do this every single time we bring it up. Anyway, no, it's...
I was going to say, we haven't missed that many episodes.
No, not at all. No, we have not. I'm very proud of how little episodes we do miss.
Right.
Because there's some weeks where it's tough, but it's not actually tough compared to people who work for a living, so...
Well, we
all work
for the better part of the time we've been recording. We all work for a living.
Yes, that's true. But I'm talking about like we don't get paid to do this.
Should you hear me, Al?
What do you think would be an actual amount of money that you?
I wouldn't accept any money.
Yeah, to do this?
No, not at all. But, this is me hanging out and talking with my friends.
But what if someone came in with like, all right, we're gonna get $15,000 an episode.
Fucking yeah. What do you mean, what if? What am I going to do? You get out, sir.
God.
What do we have to do for the
what
$15,000?
An absurd number. I just, of course.
I'm making $15,000 a week. My parents are going to be so mad.
Why would you get all of the money?
Oh, wait. Okay, I thought you said meant $15,000 per person.
It certainly would. First of all, if any podcast on this planet was making that much money a week, like every single person times 2 would have podcasts.
That's true.
Because nobody. That was a very. I meant to say 1,500.
I mean, there's podcasts. There's a lot.
There's no way Rogan's podcast, who's the number one at the moment, is making that much money. I know he gets millions of viewers every day, and he gets like good advertisers, but it's still the same fucking Blue Chew and Stamps.com ads at the end of the day. Like
you gotta be on Twitch if you want to make that kind of money nowadays.
Yeah, make that Twitch cash.
Oof, it's crazy. Someone like Ninja,
he's making $15,000 a day.
Ninja, I
week?
wouldn't even surmise how much he's making a month.
I just don't know anything about that. I just don't. It's so awful to say because Al has made a career of Let's Plays, but I don't know. I've never fully gotten that. I don't know. I'm not a gamer, so I guess that's not a... it's not for me, so it's not for me to get. But that is unbelievable. And good for him. You know, good for him that he's found he's found an audience and they're entertained by the product he's given them. So
Ninja earns $500,000 a month from YouTube. He earns $550,000 a month from Twitch and $3.5 million a year from endorsements.
Holy shit!
He plays video games.
This dude is making upwards of $15 million a fucking year.
16.1.
Now, he is at the top of his game. Is he the best at what he does?
I don't know if he's the best at. I think he mainly plays Fortnite. I don't watch Twitch streams a lot.
Okay.
The only real Twitch streams I watch are like Critical Role and things like that. But I don't watch gameplay of stuff.
Okay, and if you're playing Fortnite, then I don't think there really is like a best in the world, is there? Like, because
it depends.
Aren't there so many different things you can do in Fortnite, like there's builders and stuff like that? And
yeah,
I don't know. I just sound so old talking about video games.
No, you were right on though. I mean, you've played Fortnite.
I played 3 rounds of Fortnite because I wanted to do the parachute part in the beginning. And then I ran around, couldn't find anyone, got killed by the barrier twice. The one time I found someone, shot a dude in the stomach 100 times. Of course not really. Probably 3 or 4. I probably missed 3 or 4 of those shots. And it just got annihilated in the face.
That's why you gotta go head hunting, man. Headies. Gotta get them crits.
Yeah, because I'm so accurate. So you've seen me play video games. It's just a joke. It's awful. I'm so terrible. I feel like I remember when I was a kid and watching my mom teach my grandpa how to turn the computer on, and we had to have. I remember having a Post-it note on the computer that was literally press start, and it was like it had to open like Minesweeper, and it was like scroll up to games, click on Minesweeper. Like it. That's how I feel. That's how I feel when I talk about video games.
That's fair. I mean, you don't play a lot of video games.
Yeah.
I hesitate to tell you this because it might make you feel worse.
Go ahead.
But one of the reasons I don't like console shooters a lot is because because the controller is not a great system for first-person shooters, most, if not all of them, have aim assist that will actually help help your reticle when you're looking around for someone to shoot, latch on to like the head or body.
Okay.
Not that it entirely helps, because again, it is not an easy task to play first-person shooters on a console. They're meant to be played on a PC. So, when you say you're bad at Fortnite, a lot of people on console are bad at Fortnite. I play video games all the time. I would be bad on console at Fortnite.
I don't know. Isn't the controller made to like conveniently put the buttons where they should be in your palms?
It will. So, it is more a text, it's a hand-eye thing. So, like, if I make a movement on my mouse, it's a wrist flick. Because those muscles are larger, those tendons are larger, I have more control over where it's going. Compared to my thumb, which is not going to be as accurate in those motions because it's a smaller digit. It's a lot of weird stuff that goes into it, but at the end of the day, most people will agree that shooters feel way better on PC.
Yeah.
Consoles are more made for action-oriented like games, like
Red Dead.
Well, even Red Dead. Red Dead. Like Mario type games, like platformers, things like that, where the dexterity is
FIFA. I'm just gonna name
No, Madden and FIFA are pretty good examples.
I'm just gonna name mainstream games though that everyone knows.
God
of War.
God of War was great. Won Game of the Year, I think. And
Did it?
Rightfully should have.
Wow. A lot of people were talking about it. What for Game of the Year for 2018?
Mm-hmm.
So that means it beat Red Dead Redemption?
I don't know if Red Dead Redemption made it in underneath the deadline, but yes, I think it would. I personally believe it should beat Red Dead Redemption.
Really?
Red Dead Redemption 2 is great. It is a fantastic open world game. I think everybody who has a PS4 should play it. If you haven't played God of War, go play it now. It was one of the best games I personally have ever played.
Wow. That's really high endorsement.
It was phenomenal. The story was great. The fighting was great. The scenery was great. The lore was great. Plenty to do. That was a phenomenal game.
That's pretty great.
Sorry to go video gamey for a minute.
Well, we're just passionate nerds, and we like what we like. And speaking of what we like, we watched a movie over the weekend that abso-fucking-lutely broke our brains.
That's right.
So our friend Captain Apathy apparently had stumbled across a movie called Upgrade. Matt, I don't know if you could bring up it on IMDb because I want to get like the name of the actor and stuff. But essentially,
Logan Michael Green or something like that.
I think it's something like that. But essentially, what happens is it's a futuristic world, and
if I can interject, a beautifully done futuristic world.
Yes, it's very realistic too. I don't know what it is about whenever they do the future in older movies, but everything is just gray and white for some reason. I don't know if you've ever noticed that.
Yes.
And that's one of the things I really like about Blade Runner, I guess. Well, I've never seen them, but I always liked that. Like, I don't know. I've seen some of it, parts of it. I like that it's the future and it doesn't look just silver and super sleek. And
very colorful, very neon.
Yeah.
This movie took an opposite turn with it, where a lot of the buildings, a lot of the city work looked very similar to it does now. The still standing brick skyscrapers of, I guess, this city, wherever it was. But everything was like just slightly upgraded.
Yeah. Yeah.
Essentially. Like, not to tag on the movie. I brought the IMDb up, by the way.
All right. So, who is the lead actor?
The lead actor, I was close. It's Logan Marshall Green.
Logan Marshall Green. I thought he looked very similar to Tom Hardy. So I don't know if you're familiar with either of those two names. It's not Tom Hardy. It's Logan Marshall Green. And he absolutely fucking kills it as the main character. Can you read IMDb's plot summary or synopsis?
Of Upgrade?
Yeah.
Excuse me. So, the summary of Upgrade is: set in the near future, technology controls nearly all aspects of life. But when Gray, a self-identified technophobe, has his world turned upside down, his only hope for revenge is an experimental computer chip implant called STEM.
Yeah.
That's the synopsis start to finish.
Absolutely. And that is, that's basically just not giving away any spoilers or anything like that. Going forward, we're going to give away fucking spoilers.
There's a lot.
We're going to talk about this movie.
We're going to talk about this movie for a minute.
So if you do want to see it and you don't want it spoiled, you can hit pause for a sec. First and foremost, go see this movie. Rent it. I rented it on Amazon. I think you can rent it on if you got like Optimum, or it should be streaming someday at some point, but unfortunately it's not on Netflix and I had to buy it. But it was absolutely worth it. So it's like a horror sci-fi thriller essentially. I think it had horror elements to it. And I know you disagreed.
Not necessarily that I disagreed. It was just...
See, I feel as if the over-the-top deaths brought it to the horror genre.
Those I felt more akin to like over the top gory action movies.
Okay. A la Rambo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you want to see these guys get fucked up, and he fucks these guys up.
True.
The part that I would consider horror is, and this is definitely giving away spoilers again, so...
Yeah, well, no need to say it.
Yeah.
Going forward, yeah.
So, essentially, this guy gets this chip, which acts as a bridge between his nervous system and his brain. So, STEM, yes, this implant. He was paralyzed before, and now this chip gives him the ability to walk and move again. His brain gives a command, the chip sends the signal to the nervous system.
Yeah.
But in certain cases, like when he meets these guys and they have genetic, or not genetic, but like bionic implants and augments, in order to defeat them, the chip kind of takes over. And he has to willingly give the power over to this chip in order to let it take over and essentially win the fights for him, by predicting their movements and counteracting and being able to look up how to fight and things like that. So the part that I felt was horror in it was that giving yourself over to something.
Okay.
Like letting something control you. Even though this is artificial intelligence and it is essentially helping you. I mean, shocker, by the end of the movie, it turns out that he's being used.
Yeah.
This whole time. So
see, and that's another aspect of it that I felt was in the horror realm, because it's got this mystery feel to it the whole time. This creepy, what's going to happen next? Where's he going to go? Feel about the whole movie. You know, it's like, and then at the end, you guessed right. The bad guy happens to be the guy you think it is. But it's not, and then they just add that extra little twist.
There's another layer,
and they're like, "Oh fuck, this really is a great movie."
It keeps you guessing. The action sequences are fun.
Wow, fun, like is an understatement. They're, I don't know. It's not like as exhilarating as when I saw the Daredevil action sequences from the Netflix series, the first season, but. It's still different. It's very cool.
I agree. And actually, just to peg on that for a moment, Daredevil Season 3, tremendous.
I've heard everyone's talking
tremendous,
very highly about it. Does it wrap the series?
I have not. I'm 10 episodes in.
Oh, okay.
But so far,
yeah, because I don't know. I wonder if they knew that they were getting canceled.
I don't think actually.
So we're gonna have like a Deadwood situation again, where like the ending might make sense, but it doesn't tie all the bows.
I think probably just in this, they were most likely given the direction to bring the series to a close just in case. But like an open-ended close.
Well, it's comics, so
right.
It's always going to go on.
Exactly. It's always going to go on. Like, how did they continue the Flash after Barry Allen literally got eaten by the Speed Force? The first episode of next season, he's out of the Speed Force.
We got to get this motherfucker out of that Speed Force.
Even though it's 2 years later.
I invented a magical who's-a-what's-it over the past 2 years to get him out of the Speed Force. It worked.
Cool. Are there any negative side effects?
Maybe that's what the season will be about.
Ooh. Yeah. That's, it just, I feel like they're probably going to wrap it up in a way where it will remain open, but still brings a nice close. Because there's definitely a confrontation coming, and I'm pumped for it.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to what we're talking about, Upgrade. Really, really good movie. You definitely need to check it out. And the thing I will say, I don't want to give away the ending, but the thing I will say is that the ending that it does have, I love, because I 100% did not see it coming.
Yeah, definitely agreed. Yeah, all the three of us watching it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was us and Al watching it over the weekend, and it was, man, that movie was so good. Just didn't see that coming at all. And then even the stuff that you did see coming, it didn't, like, it was okay. It was all good. It was just, and it was done differently. It was a really, really good movie. I'm pretty sure that the director said there's going to be another one. Or the writer, I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah. I'll look that up, I think. Upgrade 2?
Yeah, they tweeted that there's talks of there being a sequel. And it's completely open for it. And I can imagine it being amazing. So, definitely recommend Upgrade.
Oof. Probably not.
Why?
There's just an article online that says Upgrade 2 is not going to happen from the director.
Oh. Okay. That's a bummer. Way to go, Matt.
Because even though it was good, it didn't do well in the box office.
Nobody knew about it. I didn't know about it.
Because it wasn't a big budget movie.
That's true. It was a really small budget movie.
If it was a big budget movie, it would have looked 10 times worse.
You think so?
That's my opinion. Yeah, because they would have done exactly what you said.
Oh, it would have been all CGI.
Everything would have been.
All of it would have been CGI.
Oh, the cities would have been fucking gray and white.
Yep,
and skyscrapers, and they're all smooth because we all know that's how building products work.
Yeah, that's the future of tomorrow. So, you know what I think it's time for?
You tell us.
I think it's time to hear Tommy Gunn sing.
The videos on YouTube have a place called the comment section where people can type out heartfelt and thoughtful reflections of the videos they just watched. Like here at RLF on Wednesdays, now the gang will read a few. It's really hard to rhyme the word Wednesdays.
Hey, buddy. Tommy Gunn, absolutely crushing it. You're the most consistent thing about the show.
I almost thought he wasn't going to be here because Al wasn't,
Well, he
usually brings in the gimp.
Yeah.
But
The what?
What?
That's not what we call him on air. Our first comment this week comes from Miss Conspiracy. And it's going to come in reference to last week. We had she had commented, and actually this is great. This is a good opportunity. Hopefully it won't get too madcasty. Well, it already probably has been. Anyway, RLF has become super PC.
Has it?
Well, I don't know if it's become super PC, or I believe the comment was like, when did we become so PC? Because we used to drop a lot of R's and F's back in the day. As
we still would be if it would stop hurting people's feelings. But we're not out to hurt anybody's feelings.
Yeah. That's the intent.
That's not... Okay. May I rant?
If you'd like to.
I
don't know if you want to hear her response.
Oh, no. Yeah, please.
Because I think that it's going to... Where the rant goes, I think... So, let's see. I'm going to dive into Conspiracy's comment here. And she starts off with, well, I live in the South, a land where political correctness is recognized as a crock of shit. People say offensive things to me and no one cares. So I choose not to care if I offend them either. I see the whole thing as fakeness. But I totally get why you'd choose not to say it too. So she goes on to explain a story from her, I guess, recent past or past, whatever. One day in the laundromat during summer, I was cleaning in the back, and this really fat chick turned to me and said, "Lord Almighty, how in the hell are you wearing that beanie? I'm sweating like an N at a lynching." I was so shocked, so totally fucking astonished. I just turned to her with my mouth hanging open and breathed, "Holy shit." See, I don't typically abide by political correctness. But there is a line you don't generally cross in civilized society. I acknowledge that much. And I think that the point that Matt and I have, or the feeling that we have, is that when you tell the story about the fat chick in the laundromat, we don't want to be that fat chick.
Yeah.
So we stopped using those words. And I know that right now it's the beginning of the times where we've stopped using those words. So we're at the transition period. And I don't ever tell anybody in my daily life not to use those words or not to speak like that, because it's not my place to tell people how to be. But I do choose personally not to use that language when I can be conscious enough not to. Because I'm not going to be fake either. I was born in and raised in the 80s. No, I was born in the 80s and raised in the 90s. The idea of me not using that type of language back then is completely absurd. I used it every day. It's exactly how I spoke. I called all of my friends those words on a daily basis. And sometimes it does slip out now. And I feel like shit when it does, because I want to be better than that. But I also give myself a break because I'm not a bad person, because it is language. It's not how I truly feel. It's not real hate. And that's the problem. Is real hate, and that's why we shouldn't use language like that when we don't have to. And I know how fucking preachy I sound right now, but I don't know. That's how I feel about it, and I appreciate anyone who gives a shit enough to listen. I mean, what were you going to say? No. I'm sorry. You got your rant out? No, I'm joking. I'm completely joking. I did, and I was. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. No, I agree with your sentiment. I to the extent where I agree. We said all of those words to our friends, and honestly, I'm gonna continue saying those words to my friends. The reason I don't say those words out in public, the reason I don't say those words to people is because I don't want to offend them. And I know that out in public, those words can be offensive. So I don't use them out in public. But when I'm with my friends, and they don't care because they said those words to me too, I'm not hurting anybody. Words only affect people who you don't really know. Like, me calling someone on the street a piece of shit is not the same as me calling one of my friends a piece of shit. That's the same for anything. Mm-hmm. So if I, call my friend, if I drop a hard R on my friend, he's not going to be offended by it because he knows that's just vernacular that we can use. But I'm also not going to say those things in public because I don't want to be an asshole. The people who say those things in public sound like assholes.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't think it's political correctness, because I think political correctness has this idea that you're supposed to not say those words in order to be a better person. And that's not what I think the spirit of it is. The spirit of it should be a better person and don't say those things because you don't want to be an asshole. It's two different ways of looking at it. I don't think we're ascribing to the ideal of political correctness. I just think we don't want to be assholes.
Yeah, I certainly agree with that.
Yeah, like, none of us...
I have no problem labeling it political correctness, but I also understand the stigma that comes with that.
People do this whole negative talk. Why do we have to be PC? I can say whatever we want. Yeah, you can. So could a lot of shitty people.
I feel like
we still thought they were shitty people.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that one of the problems that we have is that those types of people, I guess, who have an older way of thinking and they feel like they can use whatever language they want because language is only as powerful as you assign the power to it, essentially. So if I say the N-word, it's your choice to get offended by it. Some people feel that way, so they feel like they can use whatever language they want. But the thing that I feel like is forgotten at times is that is a two-way street, and when you use that type of language, then we've already as a society figured out what to do, and we label you as what you are, and you are a bigot or a racist. Or you're just, I don't know, a bad person. who wants to use negative or inflammatory language for whatever reason you're using it for.
That's fair. That's true.
That's why we have those labels.
I just think the older you get, you stop caring whether or not people think you're an asshole.
So there's certainly some validity to that.
I just think you're just so jaded at that point. You're like, what? The world has thrown everything it can at me, and I'm still standing.
So I might as well start using the N-word. I guess there's something to that. I don't know.
I can't say because I'm not in their shoes.
Yeah.
But there is definitely a stem of truth of words only have the power that we assign to them. But at the same time, there's when there's a stigma associated with the word that was not brought on by something that you did, like, if I say the N-word, I don't know why I went Southern, just natural ideal.
Just some Northern racism.
Yeah. Well, if I say the N-word, that's just you giving it power. Yeah. You know what else gave it power? When your ancestors enslaved all of their ancestors and used the term derogatorily for hundreds of years. That, I think, gave the word some power.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a wrinkle that a lot of people have a hard time with, because a lot of people in modern society have a feeling as if, like, hey, come on, when are you going to get over it? And it's
probably in a couple fucking 100 years.
Yeah. And I don't know. It's a really hard conversation, especially for two white people from, middle class backgrounds. It's weird.
No, I don't. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, it's just, I don't know. We've got one point of view, but we don't have every point of view. I don't know where I'm going with that.
No, that's fair. I think that's a fair thing to say.
Yeah.
But I also think that just because we haven't experienced it doesn't mean we can't weigh in on it. I don't have to climb Mount Kilimanjaro to know that's probably scary as fuck.
And tiring. Yeah.
Like, I can imagine being a person with empathy. That's the reason the word empathy exists. There's sympathy and empathy. Mm-hmm. Sympathy is when you can relate because you have a shared experience. Empathy is when you try to relate even though you don't have a shared experience. So that empathy that we have is one of the few things that makes us as a species different from fucking baboons. Baboons can't empathize. They don't give a shit. Yeah. Only a few species can. Elephants and dolphins, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about animals.
But I just think that just because we haven't experienced it doesn't mean I can't, as a white person, can't sit there and go, yeah, that would probably fuck up a whole race.
Yeah. It's true. It's true. Just because when you look at your Ancestry.com, there is no possibility of slavery in the near recent future, but doesn't mean that you can't know that would be hard to.
Right. If my family got held down and beaten for 10 years by squirrels, just a certain group of squirrels, I'd still have a fucking problem with all squirrels.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
No other squirrel's done that to me, but I've been scarred.
I in no way want to start this conversation at all. Oh God. But I had said something at work that the women at work have brought up a couple of times, and it's in regard to like the gun control debate. And the point I made was one of the aspects of gun control or guns in general that people don't like to talk about is the literal fact that guns are fun. And that's a real problem. Because if this was asparagus and asparagus was dropping motherfuckers at the same rate, no matter what numbers you believe, whatever, that we're not having the conversation. But if asparagus was dropping people, Like, we'd have been done with asparagus.
There'd be nobody standing out in the street going, asparagus doesn't kill people. People kill
it's
people.
The people using the asparagus. I swear. And we need to... No. Asparagus would have been so fucking far gone from this planet.
There wouldn't be an NAA.
No. We need our asparagus.
Yeah.
Like, it'd have been figured out.
We wouldn't have written it into the fucking Constitution.
Yeah, now, and for the comment section, have fun. Go ahead. Go crazy. Go. I'm not saying anything else.
Go ape shit. Your guns are nonsense.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
When Al's not here, we just go completely fucking rogue.
We just smash at the audience.
Oh my god. All right. So bringing Al into the folds, because let's not stay in this topic of heaviness and PC and guns. We're not, this is supposed to be fun at a certain point. Next episode. Another guy writes, now that the podcast has gone on this long, do you guys occasionally accidentally call Bill Al outside of the podcast? And Al, since it has been... he's not here, so he can't answer the question. But I get, what is the question? Another guy continues, and Al, since it has been a while and the podcast is on a separate channel, is there ever going to be a time where you finally start going by Bill? I'm going to answer for Al there and say no.
I'm confused because, does this guy realize he's talking about two different people?
Well, he is. And no, he doesn't.
Okay, that's where I think we're getting confused. Another guy. Yeah. So those are two separate people that you mentioned.
Yeah.
Al is Bill. Al Chestbreach. He's the owner of the show. Well, he's the main.
He's the owner of the show.
He's the owner of the show.
He's got the keys to the podcast room.
He's the main squeeze. He's the main draw. That's Al Chestbreach.
Yeah, he's got the deed to the podcast castle.
Bill is our tech guy.
Yeah.
These are two separate individuals.
Sometimes Bill sits in for podcasts recently.
Sometimes. Did that happen?
No, it was a joke because he doesn't get to talk that much because we're always bloviating.
What was that word?
Bloviating.
I've never heard that.
Bloviate? That's now I've got to look it up.
No. I believe that is a word.
No, it's not a word. I made it up. Oh boy, here we go. Dead Air Wolf.
To talk at length, especially in an inflated or empty way. It is absolutely a word.
And I used it in the correct manner. Nice. That word a day calendar is fucking paying off. The cold medicine is not yet, though.
No.
So to answer your question, another guy, those are two separate people, Al and Bill. But also to answer your other question on the DL, no, that's not a problem, except for one RLFer who would occasionally call Al.
Yeah.
Actually, pretty frequently.
That was his name.
Yeah, it was funny. So, but that's all you're getting. Anyway, do you have any comments that you like or that you see?
Yes, but I accidentally closed my YouTube. Hold on, I'm back. Fucking easy.
Oh,
easy.
Another special guest appearance from Tommy Gunn.
Yes, I saw this one over here that was really good. Where the fuck was it? All right, so apparently there's a new trend starting on the podcast. Jum Black here. Mm-hmm. I regret my choice to demand baby talk. That well ran dry quick. But hot damn, bring on the salad talk. What happened with salad talk now? Is there a new...
I'm almost certain we did not have salad talk, but Al and I went deep on baby talk. We did probably 10 to 15 on baby talk.
10 to 15 on baby talk?
We went hard on the baby talk.
The associate producer and me just had a fucking heart attack. You did 10 to 15 minutes on baby talk?
What the fuck did you say for 10 to 15 on babies? We did baby names. I just threw out there, I just did 1851 baby names. And he looked it. No, sir. We were way before. It was like, they were just, all of them were 3 names. So it was like Rebecca. Oh, fucking, I don't know. Oh man, I wish I could remember one. It was like
Mildred Haverford Schofield.
Yes, it was all names like that. Yes, it was all names like that. Angelica Rebecca Mary Beth. It was like, oh, okay, just so 8 names. That counts, I guess. And then there was like a Jessica Gunther. Jessica Stephen Andrews. So we sent out a tweet earlier.
We did indeed.
And thank you so much for everyone who commented. Of course, you can always try and reach us through the comment section of all of the episodes. And hopefully we will read your comment. And most likely we will not.
Most likely. So earlier tonight,
yes,
I sent out the tweet. I said, what up, RLFers? Late night recording session. Here's a question for you guys. You're hosting a family reunion. What is your dream destination? # Moon Family Reunion.
Oh.
We got a couple of pretty nice answers here. Some I don't really agree with.
Okay. I mean, it's their opinion.
No, absolutely. But I would refute their opinions as being bad.
Oh. I guess it's for you to say.
Yeah.
Go on with one of the good ones.
The Parmesan train here at Dingle Dogs says, it's got to be the sun because fuck those people. # get burned.
Ooh,
family issues.
That's pretty great.
Family issues on the sun.
# you burnt.
We got one here from Leon X8. He says, McDonald's play area. I feel like that would get old pretty quickly.
Yeah, mostly since most of the people in my family are adults. So they're not going to fit on like a lot of that. And plus, but McDonald's play area.
McDonald's.
Yeah, I guess. We're going to Mickey D's. They got the $6 classic meals right now. Come on. I need to beat that deal.
Antler N7 says a barge in an international waters so I can commit crimes with my family.
So that is one hell of an answer.
Yeah, you go out there, you get some gambling.
Antler. What was the name of the person?
Antler N7.
Antler N7. I said international antler.
International Antler sounds like a pretty good fucking... Like, International Antler sounds like a multinational hunting corporation.
It does. It really does.
We'll get you exotic animals, and you don't even have to fire your gun.
That's true. They do the hunting for you, and they just deliver you the animal carcass?
Yeah.
Huh.
I paid for that bear. Did you shoot it? No.
Oh, God. What are you, crazy?
That's a bear!
I mean, I think for some of those hunters, that's kind of like the whole thing.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
100%.
Like all of the hunters.
Yeah.
It's not just having a dead animal. It's doing the hunt and having the story.
Yeah. You know, taking the life from a creature who didn't wrong you.
Okay.
You can't see it, but I'm shaming the microphone.
You eat meat.
Yeah. I didn't kill it.
That's not... No, if you eat meat, you can't shame hunters.
Watch me.
Unless you're a big game hunter. I mean, even in big game hunters, I really don't have that much of a problem with.
I do.
I get it. I totally get it. When I see the pictures of that fucking Cecil the Lion, that sucks. I don't like that stuff either. But I know that a lot of that money goes back to the communities in Africa, and it's actually saved a lot of animals.
And I totally agree with that, and that is very cool. What would be even cooler would just give them the money.
Yeah, in that hunt. and just have the
Yeah. If you're rich enough to go to Africa and just be like, I want to hunt a lion.
I just murder a fucking elephant.
Throw $5,000 away, change a village forever.
I guess, yeah.
That's just me personally. Yeah. You can go hunting all you want. It's your constitutional right. Ugh.
Notice that there's a lot of rules about hunting.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I'm not saying break the rules. Follow the rules, of course. There are rules in place. But I just mean that
I just like to walk down the road with my 6-shooter. I'm hunting.
What are you hunting? The most dangerous game. People.
Whoa, you can't do that.
Oh, one of them laws.
Rattlesnakes.
Little bro here comes up with a very an answer that is both brief and punny.
Oh,
Antarctica. It would be really cool.
Little bro, you the fucking best.
Little dad jokes.
Little dad jokes. So what about you? Where's your dream family reunion?
Oh, man. Since my family did the ancestry thing recently, and we found out we were mostly German.
German
and Scottish.
Oh.
Yes, it turns out McKinney is not a Irish name.
It's a Scottish name.
It's a Scottish name.
Wow. Okay.
So, yeah, I think Germany would be pretty cool.
That would be pretty awesome.
I mean, if we're doing dream destinations.
No, absolutely. If you can, if you can dream it, you can be it, right?
I think Germany would be a great place, get the whole family to go. But somewhere more realistic, we would probably wind up going to Florida.
Go to Walt Disneyland.
I mean, we got an
If you dream it, you can do it. Was that the Walt Disney quote? I think that's it.
Probably.
If you could dream it, you can do it, or something like that. I'm Disney. Give me a fucking cigarette. that's a classic Walt Disney quote.
Yeah, that's exactly how he sounded all the time.
Jew.
Oh, hey.
Walt, come on. We just had a whole conversation about this.
What? Times are different. How do you know that? What? That doesn't even apply here.
Yeah, I mean, they aren't different yet. But I don't know.
Nope. No, Walt. No, Walt.
Newcomer. I was going to say newcomer.
Yeah.
You always cut me off.
We got to make sure.
Where are my cigarettes? Good old racist Walt.
Oh, man. Made some great animated films, though.
He really did. We all love that rat. Fucked by a mouse again. Do you know that story? That Chappelle bit?
No.
All right, so it's
just a funny quote.
Yeah. So Chappelle had pitched to Disney. This is earlier in his career before the Chappelle show, before Chappelle's show, and it was going really well, and he thought they were going to get picked up, and then they didn't, and then it goes a year later, and then they get to go to another pitch meeting, and it goes even further. Seems really good, and then the show doesn't go through. And he's standing outside, and his agent walks up to him, and he's smoking a cigarette, and he's leaning under the arches, or he's leaning under the awning and looking up at the like this big fucking goofy statue or something like that. And he looks at his agent and goes, "Fucked by the mouse again."
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a great story. Yeah, I think Barry Katz told that story on a podcast that I was listening to recently. He's funny. Barry Katz. He was an agent for a really long time.
I feel like I know the name, though.
He was he represented like Tracy Morgan and Tracy Morgans and Jay Moore and a bunch of SNL people. Yeah.
Okay. Where now you have had family reunions.
I don't go every year, but there is a family reunion every year. It is held in the greater tri-state area, specifically New Jersey. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I could say New Jersey. It's
not like a place that exists.
Yeah, it's not like anyone's gonna go. It's actually pretty close to where Six Flags is in New Jersey. Six Flags Great Adventure. And in my family, On my mother's side, my grandfather was number 2 of 17.
Oh.
So you heard that right. 17 siblings. So I've got over 200 first and second cousins on my mom's side.
That number's crazy every time I hear it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really, it's unbelievable. And you know, it's not like I don't know these people. Majority of them live in New Jersey, and a lot of them have probably branched out from there. But the family reunions have every year close to 100 people, if not more. And they used to have a lot more too. It's sad. There's a lot less now. But it's, so I guess my dream family reunion.
Yeah. Where you going?
Let's see. I mean, it's got to be somewhere cool, right? Somewhere like, I probably would want to go to Spain. Go to like Barcelona or something.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'd be
nice.
awesome. That would be definitely awesome. There's apparently a lot of cool architecture, a lot of great nightlife and stuff like that.
And the food.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Yeah, see that's real hit or miss with a lot of European countries. Because like you go to London and they're not known for their food. Apparently it's supposed to be like not good food.
No. London has a pretty terrible dining scene.
But then I think France is supposed to have delicious pastries, but I don't know about their like actual food. I know they're great for baguettes.
I don't know much about French cuisine.
Is German cuisine like, because obviously Italian cuisine is famous, but is German cuisine known, or is it just like a lot of like...
Germany is home to some of the finest food creations known
like
to
sauerkraut and
sauerkraut, Wiener Schnitzel.
Ugh, okay.
Or you can go to the origin of the greatest food that's ever existed.
Pizza.
Hamburg.
That is not the origin of
Yes, it is.
That's the origin of hamburger.
Hamburgers, the word hamburger comes from the meat patty, which would be served on bread, which was originated in Hamburg, Germany.
Bull effing S.
Hand to God, I'll look it up.
Wow,
double check
that's
it.
pretty crazy. No, don't look it up. I don't want you to look it up. I think you're a wild man. I think you're so fucking wild. I'm gonna shoot you dead.
Don't you fucking shoot me.
I'm gonna fucking shoot you.
Don't fucking shoot me, dude.
Why would I not shoot you?
Because I'll just leave.
You can't. Well, you're not gonna leave. I'm gonna shoot you.
If you're gonna shoot me, you have a gun, and you know my policy. So,
what is your policy again? Because
if you have a gun, then I would need to have a gun to defend myself. And if I need a gun, I don't want to be there.